வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வளமுடன். This is Prema Pati wishing you all kids hi. We are going to start the session with a few tips for the day. The moment the sun rises in the east early in the morning, it will be orange in color. We should make full use of this orange color for the betterment of our lives. So kids, all of you go upstairs or to an open space where the orange rays will fall into your body. Turn your head to the left and then to the right and again to the left and then to the right, at least for 2 minutes, so that the orange sun's rays enters your body through the face. Keep both your palms facing upwards and feel the sun's orange rays penetrating into your hands and entering into the body. By doing all this, you will feel recharged for the whole day. All the negativities in you would have disappeared. All the diseases, discomforts, if any, would be vanished, and you'll become hale and healthy. But take care to do this only for the first 20 minutes after the sun's rays, or in other words, when the sun's rays are orange in color and before they change into white. Now, I'm going to tell you a short story. Actually, it's an incident that is more interesting than a story. Shruti and Petunia were studying in a very reputed school and were very good in studies. They were close friends. Shruti always loved Petunia, and Petunia was dropped and picked up by a young lady called Jenny, who had burnt marks all over the body, and one half of the face was charred due to fire. Even though she was ugly and grotesque to look at, she was so kind and fond of all children, not only Petunia but the entire school, that the children yearned for her, and Shruti was no different. In fact, Shruti was attracted to her for her sweetness and the way she extended her true love to all of them. In short, the whole school was for Jenny. When Petunia was asked who Jenny actually was, the reply given by Petunia was that she was a helping maid for her mother. Shruti did go to Petunia's house on a number of occasions, but could never find her mother there. It was a great disappointment for Shruti. One day, on your Mother's Day, Shruti went to Petunia's house to see her mother. On finding that her mother was not there as usual, she decided not to return with the bouquet. So she gave it to Jenny, the person whom she admired most. With a fond look and a delicate hug, this moved Jenny. She cried out her heart, and Shruti felt it was tears of joy, but on a closer scrutiny found that there could be tears of agony too. All of a sudden, Jenny opened up her mind. She said, way back, maybe more than a decade ago, I was as free as a lark, flying with an Indian Airlines company, touring the whole world and meeting all sorts of people. By nature, I was considerate, very kind, and lovable person. So I stole the hearts of all those who came in contact with me. Life was beautiful, and I fell in love with the pilot and got married with him soon. And we gave birth to a beautiful, lovely girl child. When the girl started growing up, maybe when she was 5 years old, I was returning from the office a little late when I saw fumes and tongues of fire spreading from my house. I ran into the house and found my daughters fast asleep. I gathered up the courage, broke open the door and brought her out safely, and in the process I fainted. It was 3-4 days later when I recovered from my shock. In the meantime, my husband, who had just gone to the neighboring place to buy a few medicines, saw the fire break out, and he quickly took his daughter away to a nearby hospital after confirming that the fire personnel had come and taken charge of the situation. He also found out that it was the leakage of an EB that led to this fire accident. He stayed in the hospital for 2-3 days along with his daughter, who could not recover from the shock so easily, but she was safe and no marks of fire was on her. It was a great relief to him. He then brought her home, and there was Petunia, Jenny, lying on the bed with half of her face charred due to the fire, and lots of scars on the body due to fire. He simply could not see Jenny in that condition. So he said, "I'm bidding farewell to you. Please take care of the daughter," and he disappeared. First the shock of the fire, and then the shock of the husband deserting her was a real nightmare for Jenny, but she was determined to bring up her daughter in a nice way. So she moved from the place to a new surrounding and decided to make Jenny a genius and a great personality. But to her utter horror, when they went to the new surroundings, do you know what her daughter told to her? "Please, Mama, don't tell anybody that you're mommy. I cannot bear to see the scars all over the body and a charred face, half of the face charred. I'm really ashamed to news your mother, but you can always act as my guardian and be with me." Jenny was completely shattered for a moment, but she regained all her strength and decided to live only for her daughter. When Jenny told this story to Shruti Shruti could not understand what the feelings were. She didn't know how to react for a moment. She wanted to run away from all, and she didn't even like her friend to see her, even her close friend Petunia, after hearing this. It was nearly a year since this incident was revealed to Shruti, and on that Mother's Day, Shruti was asked to discuss about a person who impressed her life other than the members of the family. Shruti immediately opened up and started talking about Jenny and invited Jenny to the dais. Then she said, "Now that you've heard the story of Jenny, and now that she needs no introduction, for already she is in the hearts of all our girls here, I would just request Jenny to give away the presents to and gifts and presents to the girls. And the first name is Petunia, who is getting a certificate for a dance performance." When Petunia came to the stage, she could not control her tears and she fell right on the feet of the Jenny and then said, "So long I've been telling you she's a maid, a helper of my mom, but in reality she is my mom." And the whole credit goes to Shruti, for had she not opened up the subject and told me the real value of motherhood, I would have lost not only my mother but very dear friends and especially Shruti. And she broke down. The entire audience stood up in ovation, standing ovation, and Shruti was proud that she had played her part to make the daughter and mother join, especially on a Mother's Day. Now she said, in even this incident has moved, even though this incident has moved my heart so much. I owe all this to my mother, and I thank you, Mom, from the core of my heart for having helped me to understand the true value of love. Now, girls, we all know who the creator of our kids, of all our kids are. It is Mom. And do you know who is the creator of the world? It is God. But to me, the real creator is my Amma. What do we learn from this incident? All that glitters is not gold. Yes, even though an ordinary coin shines more than a gold, when it is exposed to air and water, it loses its tarnish. It is then that we know it is not gold. But children, we should all strive to become real gold in lives. Now, don't be carried away by what people say, by what we see, and what we try to understand. Go into the depth of the message, understand it to the core, and then make a decision. Okay, kids, that's all for today. Let us meet again. Bye.